Making inferences. If you walked in your sister's bedroom and found her smiling and laughing while reading a book, what type of book would you think she was reading? Probably something silly or funny, right? Even though your sister didn't tell you the book was funny, you'd almost likely assume or guess that it was because of her reactions to that book. That's because your brain received information about a situation. It saw your sister reading a book, and then combined that information with something that was already familiar to you, someone laughing. Your brain then connected the laughing image of your sister and her reading a book to help you understand that she was reading a funny book. This is called making an inference. Making an inference simply means to use what you already know to make a guess about something that you don't know. Because things aren't always told to you directly. Sometimes you have to guess or assume what is happening in a situation based on what you see and what you already know. People make inferences every day, both when they speak to each other and in writing. Making inferences is an important skill in reading comprehension. It helps you understand what is happening in a story, even when it isn't written out for you. To make inferences when you read, follow these 4 simple steps. Number 1, read the text. Number 2, look for clues or important facts and details. Number 3, combine those details with things that you already know. Number 4, make inferences about what you are reading. Let's use these steps to make some inferences about a story. The story is called Bradley's Guitar. "Hey, Mandy, want to come home with me and check out my new birthday present?" Bradley called to his best friend as they left school for the day. "Sure," Mandy replied. "What did you get?" "I'm going to let you be surprised," Bradley said. "I had no idea my uncle was going to get me something so cool." Mandy and Bradley walked a few blocks to his house. They said hi to his mom when they got inside. "Show me already," Mandy said excitedly. Bradley led Mandy to the den. There, sitting on the couch, was a big black case that looked like it held a musical instrument. Bradley raced to it, while Mandy walked behind him slowly. "Isn't it awesome?" Bradley cried, pulling out a beautiful, brightly polished guitar. Mandy stood in the doorway, her excited smile now completely gone. Bradley didn't notice as he lifted the guitar from the case. "It's just like my uncle's," he said as he strummed the strings. "I can already play a couple of songs. Want to hear?" Maybe later," Mandy replied. I just remembered. I have to help my mom with dinner tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?" Mandy waved and practically ran out the door. Bradley frowned. What was going on with his best friend? Let's pause the story here to make some inferences. Was Mandy upset when she and Bradley were walking to his house? She wasn't upset at all, was she? They were actually having a great time. Was Mandy excited to see Bradley's birthday present? She was very excited, wasn't she? Did it seem like something changed once Mandy saw the guitar? It did, didn't it? Mandy was suddenly in a hurry to leave Bradley's house. Do you think something was bothering Mandy, and it might have to do with the guitar? Think about these questions as we continue the story. The next day, Mandy avoided Bradley at school. She ran home as soon as the last bell rang. But Bradley followed her. When he arrived at her house, he was surprised to hear beautiful guitar music coming from the open windows of her living room. He peeked inside the window before knocking on the door. Mandy was sitting on the rug in front of the television, holding a box of tissues. Her wet eyes were glued to the screen where a home movie was playing. Bradley could see a man on the TV playing guitar and singing to a little girl seated next to him. Let's pause the story again to make some more inferences. Even though the story doesn't tell us that Mandy is sad, does it seem like she is? If so, what clues help you know that? Did you say the box of tissues next to her? And what about her eyes being wet? Based on those two clues and what you already know about wet eyes and tissues in real life, do you think you could make an inference that Mandy is probably sad? And who do you think the man and the little girl are in the video? Did you infer that it was Mandy and her dad? If so, what clue would make you infer that? Was it because Mandy was watching a home movie? Why do you think this home movie made Mandy sad? Do you wonder if something happened to Mandy's dad? Let's finish the rest of the story and see if we can answer those questions. Bradley prepared to knock on the door, but just then Mandy's mom opened it. "What movie is Mandy watching?" Bradley asked Mandy's mom. "It's a home movie of Mandy and her dad," she replied. "He used to play the guitar for her every night before he died." "Oh, yeah, I remember," Bradley said slowly. Can I come in?" Mandy's mom hesitated. "I guess that would be okay, but Mandy might not be up for some company right now." Bradley followed her inside. When Mandy caught sight of him, she quickly turned off the video and wiped her eyes. "Oh, hi," she mumbled. "Do you want me to come over today?" Bradley asked her. "I didn't get to show you my other presents. I got a dartboard, and a gumball machine, and a build-your-own robot kit. It's pretty cool." Mandy's cheeks lifted as she suddenly smiled. "Building a robot would be fun." "Great! Let's go!" Bradley grinned back. He was happy to see his best friend smiling again. Now that you've listened to the entire story, what inferences could you make about guitars, Mandy's father, and sadness from this story? Did you infer that Mandy was sad when she saw Bradley's guitar because it reminded her of her dad? And when Mandy first saw the guitar at Bradley's house, could you make an inference that she was worried she might cry if she heard Bradley play? Maybe you've lost someone close to you and can understand how Mandy feels. If so, that personal knowledge is something that could help you make that inference. And Mandy crying later when she watched the home video of her dad would be a clue that helps support that inference. Let's make one last inference. Why do you think that Bradley suggests darts or building robots as an activity that he and Mandy can do at his house? Do you think that Bradley was trying to cheer Mandy up, and he was trying to take the focus off the guitar now that he understood why she was sad? When someone is sad, have you ever tried to cheer them up by changing the subject? If so, your personal experience might have helped you make that inference for this story. And Mandy becoming excited again to go to Bradley's house might be a clue that it worked. Great job! Now that you know how to make inferences, that skill will help you get better at reading comprehension. The next time you read a book, pay attention to some inferences you make about the story. The more you practice, the better you'll get.
Hope you had fun learning with us. Visit us at learnbright.org for thousands of free resources and turnkey solutions for teachers and homeschoolers.